Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Friday, the 25th of February. The second day of Russia's invasion of the Ukraine, as things seem to get more intense there. The rest of the world sits and fulminates from the sidelines, and we wait to see what will happen. And I was looking at it and thinking it really is a display of power. Somebody has more power than someone else, and therefore can exercise authority and power over that person. And it's easy for us to get caught up in that worldly way of thinking as a church and to be looking at who has more influence and power. And yet we read in the scriptures that we operate differently. And today with Robert Murray McShane, we're reading 1 Corinthians chapter 12, where Paul talks about the gifts given to the church, and that there are different ministries and different roles that people have. And I'm struck by verse 7, where Paul writes, "Now to each one the manifestation of the Spirit is given for the common good." And we need to take that to heart, to each one. And that means there's nobody that's left out. Everyone is included. When the Bible says each one, it means each one. So every single one of us has something to contribute. And it's not about power. It's not about who has more authority or more influence or more of anything. If it's more of anything, it's more faithful in using what we've been given for God's glory. And in the church, there are certain upfront kind of gifts of teaching and preaching. There are certain behind-the-scenes gifts that we're aware of people doing the administration and getting everything organized. There's music, there's art, there's people that can read, there's drama, there's all sorts of different things that people are called to do. And what Paul highlights in this chapter is that when any one of them isn't exercising their ministry, the whole body is weaker and loses out as a result of that. And you only need to go to a service where the teacups are put out and you come out of the service and there's nobody organized tea to suddenly realize, oh, that's a really important ministry. And so you need to be encouraged because you have a ministry. Every single Christian has been given something by the Spirit that will build up the body. And every one of us is different. So my prayer is that at a time when the world's jockeying for power and uncertain and questions and there's all sorts of issues going on, my prayer is that each one of us will find out what we can do and that we will do it. And we will do it as well as we can, and we will do it not for our glory but for the glory of God and for the building up of the body. Be challenged and be blessed.